Hello and welcome to my allotment journey. My name is Sarah and I'm so pleased that you clicked on this link to have a little bit of nosy about what I get up to at the allotment. I've had my allotment for 2 years, but I never documented it apart from pictures. I took hundreds and hundreds of pictures, but I never videoed it. But I'm 2 years in now and I want to show you my allotment because I'm going to make some big changes and you are going to help me. You're going to advise me because I'm a novice at best, to be honest. But yes, please join me at the allotment. This is going to come as no surprise to you, but it's raining. Right, okay, I knew it was rain. It's been raining all day. It's 100% rain till tomorrow, and then even tomorrow it's probably 80% rain. But I've only got this chance now to put in my sunflower seeds. Okay, so I'm probably not even going to film it because it's so wet out there. I'm going to show you this space, I'm going to plant them, and then I'll show it you again, and then we'll get on with some other jobs. But the other jobs will be done another day. But this moment here is the last chance I've got to get here until next week. So I don't want to miss a bit of warm and wet weather so that my sunflower seeds get a chance, right? So I am going to I'm going to sow my seeds out on that big patch. Right, I'm just going to quickly, oh my God, down there I can see sweet corn from yesterday grown. Right, anyway, this, right, it's weeded. I'm going to sow it in, I'm going to do it in lines, probably down there, and then at the bottom I'm going to do it across that way, across, maybe, something like that, okay? But I'm going to sow them, you don't need to see it. I'll put it in line, sprinkle it in, cover it over, probably mulch it, okay? That's what job I'm going to do, but you won't see it because it's chucking it down. But oh my goodness me, from the video from last week, right, that one was up. But that one's come up overnight, that one's come up overnight. Another one over there, right, feeling confident about that. Oh my goodness, even these overnight. This is the warm and wet weather, you see. Warm and wet weather. Right, I can't leave you out here. I'll just give you a quick view as I go past. Strawberries are growing. Oh gosh, look at those. Oh my God, eat the peas, the snap peas, unbelievable. Nothing there yet because I only did it yesterday in reality. Right, I'm bringing you back in here because right, you get rain on the lens and it'll annoy me. Right, you know what I'm doing? I'm planting sunflower seeds. I've got 3 different sorts of sunflower seeds, okay? 3 different sorts, 2 different colours. I thought I had more, but I don't know where I've put them. Okay, I've mixed them all up. I'm just going to plant them in rows. Fingers crossed, hope for the best. But yeah, it's raining. Oh my goodness me. Hopefully it's not raining next week when I come. First bit is done, okay, right. Just going to tilt you down a little bit so that the rain doesn't get on the lens. Okay. So, I've sown it in rows, obviously not spaced out evenly. But I've tried to get one and then a gap, but sometimes it was 2 or 3. But mainly, majority, 1. And then the odd one has a couple in. So now I'm going to stretch in between. What I've done is I've put the seeds in and I've covered it in some compost. 1, it shows me now where I can put this mulch either side of those lines, and 2, a little bit of extra nutrients, goodness, I don't know. I'm making it up, but it sounds about right, doesn't it? So I'm going to do the mulch. You know what that looks like because you've seen me do it lots and lots of time. Just going to mulch in between the lines of the seeds. I know you think I'm crazy, but I can't get here now for another 4 or 5 days. Okay, probably 5 days. Right, so mulching, that's what I'm doing there. Oh, the rain's getting worse, right, but I've done what I needed to do for the start of this video. I needed to get the sunflowers in. I'm sorry I couldn't film me doing it, but you've seen me plant seeds, sow seeds, sorry. I always get that wrong, plant and sow, and I know if you're a gardener it will annoy you. So I wanted to get those seeds sown this week just because I can't get it till next week, like I said, honestly. So, I think I've got soil on my face now. Right, so, come on. Let me just wipe the face. Sorry, right. There you go. You know the score. Done it in lines. Mulched it, stretched it, sorry. There you go. Just a waiting game now. Let's see what it's like in 4 days. Before I go today, I'm going to take some of that wood into the polytunnel to dry out because if it's raining next week when I come, typical, it's school holidays next week, so of course it's going to be raining next week, of course it is. So, because it's probably going to be raining, I'm going to take some of that wood inside because I can make a start on my potting bench for outside here. So, definitely take the legs in And I'll just sort the boards out a bit and see what I can leave in the polytunnel. Right, so I brought in 3 very long ones because that will be the top. I can't do it any wider than 3, otherwise I won't be able to walk down the path. So I think just a narrow 3 decking width of a tabletop is good enough. Okay, we've got, so that's the long ones there, three long ones. I've got the legs, okay, plenty of legs there. Short ones because I need to join the legs together to be able to put that on. I'll bring some more boards in because, you know, just to strengthen it, but you get the idea. I'm bringing some of the wood in here to dry because I'd hate to think that there's a job I could be doing, but because the wood is wet I can't do it. So yeah, I'll just finish that off, but the same sort of thing, just bringing the wood in to dry. I'm just moving the rest of the wood up onto this bit here because I won't be here with the kids for a couple of weeks, so I'm just getting this out of the way now. Oh gosh, there has been so much rain this week. I'm doing this video in several parts because this is the first time I've been able to get back down here since just a few moments ago that you saw me, in about a week, honestly. Right, I'm not holding up much hope for this sweet corn. Okay, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nothing down here. I can't see anything down here at all. 7. Right, okay, right, 7. Right, we're gonna get sunshine next week. Next week, it's not gonna be horrible and wet like this week. It's gonna be sunshine. So let's just give it another week. Let's give it another week and a half. And if we've only got 7 by the end of next week, I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I've got 16 definites. 16 definites in there. Okay, so. But yeah, we've not had the sunshine yet, we've just had the rain. So let's hold out a little bit more hope for that. Okay, let's keep the hope going. First flower in the wild flower and poppy flower bit is that. I have been pulling out this. This is comfrey. No, borage, and it grows like absolute billio, but it can take over. If you allow it, it will just take over. So there's still some more that I need to pull out. I don't mind having, you know, the odd one, but this stuff just, you know, goes crazy, just goes absolutely crazy. So I need to get to the back and pull some out. I'll leave the side one on there. I'll leave that side one. But this stuff, this borage, you know, it's a lovely flower for the bees, but I've got plenty of flowers for the bees, and this one just gets, from last year, I know that it just gets way too big and takes over. The flowers are on the comfrey. Those are big. That one's big. I'm going to cut that one down a bit. That's way too big. That one's getting out of control, just a little bit, that one. Cut it away from the potatoes. Poppies still growing up in the potatoes. Potatoes are growing fine. Right, okay, we've got the pumpkins and squashes. They're not doing too bad. There's nothing growing in that, but they seem to be growing. Those aren't really. 1, 2, 3 so far. That one looks like it might be eaten. Might have been eaten. But yeah, there's three there. Those look okay. What's happened to that? What's going on there with that? What is that? Eaten, do you think? Do you think something's trying to eat it? I do actually have slug pellets. You know, they're not the really dangerous ones, because we're not allowed to buy those here anymore. So I have got slug pellets. Obviously it's going to kill the slug. You know, it's still a pellet, but it's not got the nasty stuff in that you weren't allowed to have. Oh, got a strawberry that's nearly red. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Strawberry in there, nearly red. Ooh. I'll bring the kids next week. I'll let them pick them and eat them. Okay. Oh, sunflowers. How long's it been? A week? You might think I've only just planted them, but it's been a week. Oh, I think a couple coming up, 1, 2, 3 coming up there. Possibly. Right, Right, that's not had long enough anyway. We've got the sunshine coming next week, so hopefully the sunshine should sort those out. Right, let's have a look on here. No, well, I've only just planted those, so I wasn't expecting anything. The birds had the eggshells before I got a chance to put them on, so I need to sweep those up. But all that is doing absolutely fantastically. Look at the peas, look at the peas, oh my gosh. Look at those, just make sure they know where they're going. Go on, cling on to that. Wow, they are doing amazingly. Snap peas. Look, they're starting to grow a bit now. Just need to keep it weeded around it. Right, I was going to make a start on the bench because I've got the wood in there and it's dried, but I'm panicking now because the things that I've planted, the seeds that I've sowed haven't come up quick enough for me. I don't know what I'm expecting too much, I know, but I'm panicking a bit now. I've got 2 beds to go, so I'm going to plant 1 more bed and then I'm going to make a start on the bench, the table thing. That won't get finished today, but I've just got to plant the rest of the seeds in. I've just got to plant that bed up there, that one. Let's do that. Let's have a look at what seeds we've got. Oh, you know what? I think I might choose the first thing that's actually there. Sprouts. Oh, got 2 lots of sprouts. 2 lots of sprouts there. Shall we? Right. Well, let's just have a quick look, just in case. I still haven't found my missing sunflower seeds. I don't know where they've gone. Right, broccoli. Oh, broccoli. Can you put broccoli and sprouts in the same thing? Might do broccoli and sprouts. There's more broccoli. Okay. Courgette. No, no one's going to eat that. No. Right, you know what? I could do 1 bed broccoli, 1 bed sprouts, because I have got 2 beds to do. Yeah, I'm going to do that, broccoli and sprouts, because the kids and Mick both like broccoli and sprouts. I mean, Mum likes sprouts as well, so they're going to get eaten, aren't they? They're at least going to get eaten by my family and not given away. Like I usually do, because I don't eat vegetables, do I? But yeah, these ones. Let's go and sow these ones now. Okay, I'm going to plant some broccoli seeds in this one, okay? But also, as a little side little thing, I saw someone plant some ginger. Some ginger that they bought from a supermarket. So, I got some ginger. They're cheap. All that in there probably cost less than £3. Right. I've split it up into smaller pieces. But I'm just going to plant it. I'm not going to expect anything from it. Okay, let's not expect anything from this ginger. But I'm just going to plant some along here. Just in case. Just in case it's something that actually will grow into ginger. I know I've got ginger already. I could just eat that. But I want to see if I can grow it because I saw somebody else stick it in a pot and grow it. So, along with, it's probably not a good companion, I have no idea, for broccoli, but I'm going to stick some of these in, right, and then I'm going to put my broccoli in and stalk it. Okay, and we might even do the other bed as well, and then we'll make a start on the bench. But I'm going to feel better once every single seed is in that I need to sow. Right, so I soaked these overnight in water, as I believe that helps them. Let's see what we've got. I think you're supposed to point the eye bits up like a bit like a potato. So let's dig a trench. Okay, it's only an experiment. Just want to see if it works or not. Okay, I might do 2 rows. Right, so the little nodule things, they're all over, but that one's got the most on, I'd say, so I'm going to stick that one there. Right. Stick that one there. Probably get 3 in, actually. 3 in there. 3rd one there. That's done. Okay, I'm just going to put a line of stretch. Right, that's that done. I'll do another row of those in the other bed. Just one row will do for here because I want to put the broccoli in here. So, right, let's do the broccoli, but that's the test ginger. We'll see if it works or not. I'll do 1 here and then 1 in the opposite bed over there. Okay, I've done it. Right, so there's 4 rows of broccoli in there and then the 1 row of ginger. Okay, I've left a bigger gap between the ginger. I don't know how big that's going to grow. I don't even know what a ginger plant looks like, to be fair. But there you go. So 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of the broccoli, 1 of the ginger. That's done. Let's do the sprouts, and then we can get on to some woodworking, right? And make sure my first aid kit is up to date, obviously. Right, so same again. I'm just going to dig a trough, or whatever you want to call it, a line for the ginger. 1, 2 little ones. I'll just put 2 little ones together at the end, might as well. No point in holding onto it. Put the little growy nodule things, sorry. Little growy nodules facing up. Cover it over. I'm going to mark my line as to where I need to strulch up to. There you go, nicely covered, but there's my line so I know where I'm up to. Okay, strulching, sowing the Brussels sprouts. Sorry, my head was probably in the way of all that. I'm going to sow the Brussels sprouts now. I'm going to strulch that, that's where the ginger is. Brussels sprouts in 4 rows, just like I did with the broccoli. Talking of strulch, I'd just like to give a big thank you to everyone who's donated on Ko-fi, because I've had to buy 2 more bags of this. I've just opened my 3rd bag now, so my new lot. And if it wasn't for the donations, I wouldn't be able to afford to get that. I couldn't cover all my beds in that. It's too expensive. Although it's not expensive, it's too expensive for me to go out and buy it. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And I use it. You've seen me use it every time. It's raining. I can't believe it's raining. I can't believe it's raining. It's been raining all week. I'm going to get these seeds in now because next week's going to be a heat wave. Not going to lie at all. I feel a lot better knowing that now all my beds have stuff in. Okay, it might not all be growing, but it's all been sowed now. All the seeds have been sown. All I've got to do is wait. We've got rain. Sometimes we get sunshine. So with a bit of luck, those will start growing. Now what I need to do is look at all this wood in here and figure out where to start in making this workbench. Oh, I quickly just want to show you this. These so tall, they were flopping forward, and every time I was going past I was knocking the flower head off. I'll stick them there. I was knocking the flower head off, so I've put little sticks in just to hold them back, to stop me knocking them off every time I walk past, because they were just sticking right out. There you go, that's solved that problem. Right, the first thing I need to do is measure pieces of wood that will go underneath to join the 3 boards together. These aren't the 3 boards I'm using, but I've just brought these small ones out because I'm going to cut these ones up. But I need to know what that distance is there, okay? Because I need to get a piece of wood. Oops. Let me just try with a smaller piece, sorry. Measure it, cut it, and then screw it a few times, maybe 4 times underneath, and that will make the top bit. And also I need to do that on the legs. I need to screw. So I think I need to cut about 13 of these. So just need to mark that and cut it and do about 13 of these, because they'll go on the legs as well, because the legs are going to be the same width, but they need to be held together. You'll see what I mean when I'm doing it. Okay, I'm going to cut along that line and cut 13 of these. Okay, there you go. They're all cut now. I just moved the planks in here and there's a frog underneath them. Can you believe it? Honestly, a frog underneath. Sorry, mate. Oh gosh, I don't want to kill it. There it is. Oh, it's going under. It's going under. Oh, it's going right under. Honestly, I feel like I've made it up. There's a frog under here. There it is. Look at that. Little froggy. There's a pond out there, so I could pick it. Oh no, it's going to go. It'll find its way out. It'll find its way out. I just want to move these bits of wood so it doesn't get squashed, though. There you go. Little froggy. Away it hops. Gone. Right, what I'm doing is I'm taking 3 of these boards outside, because I'm going to do those first. I'm going to do the tabletop first. Get that out of the way. That'll be the heaviest bit. So let's carry those outside. It looks like it's going to chuck it down. Hopefully it won't. I think some of them got some screws in, so I need to take the screws out. But yeah, just going to lay these down here, 3 of these. Get the 3rd one. Okay. Right, I'm just going to see if I can bash or get the screws out of these. There's a couple of screws sticking out. I couldn't unscrew them. I couldn't get them out at all. I couldn't whack them out, so I whacked them over. There was a couple of boards that didn't have any in, and there's one board. One board had 1 in, and one board had 2 in, so I've just whacked them over. I'll point the spike towards the back because I actually want the flat side. I want the flat side to be the top side rather than the ribbed side, just because it just fill up with dirt. If I put the decking ribbed side on the top, it just fill up with dirt and probably start growing weeds over the winter, so I'll just keep it flat. Right, so I'm just going to turn it over so I've got the rib sides up, which will be the underneath of the desk. Right, so what I need to do now, just a slight gap between them, not much, just to allow for expansion through being wet, you know, in the rain and whatnot. And then I'm going to, right, I need to leave room for the leg to go underneath, so I've got 2 legs. I've got one of these, 2 sizes, sorry, not 2 legs. I've got 6 legs. I've got one of these, it's really chunk, that one's going to go in the middle, but I've got the others are in this wood here. So I know that one's going to go in the middle, but this one's going to go here. So I know that it's going to be, whichever width it is, it's not going to be more than that width. So I need to make sure that that is there to allow that leg to go underneath. Okay, I'm going to allow a little bit more because I don't know where I'm putting these. You'll see as I go. So there you go. I'm going to attach that there. Let's drill some holes. Just make sure there's a, let me move that. Obviously working on the floor, it's not the best. Slight gap, just needs a slight gap. Okay, I've placed the leg in the middle, more or less where it's going to go. I'm going to screw those 2 boards either side just to make that tabletop really sturdy. Okay, these are my legs, so I want to put some at the bottom but leave like, you know, a little bit like legs, and then the top ones can more or less go at the top. Let me get a different one. Okay, so that's roughly what I want to do with these legs, like so. I'm just going to drill those as per usual with a pilot hole, and then I'm going to screw them in. Oh gosh, my back is killing, but I've done 3 legs. Look, there we go, 3 legs. This one's the middle one. That actual last leg wasn't quite long enough, but because I was using the wood that I had, luckily I just whacked another piece on there and screwed it in just to make it the right sort of height. You won't see it, it's going to be at the back, but there you go. Basically got 3 legs and they will go, oops, so you know, something like that. Oops. Like that. You can imagine. I'll probably stake them down actually, because I'm working on my own. It might be easier to stake it down. I'm thinking, how can I do it? If I put a stake in to attach the first leg, That's my helping hand, isn't it? And plus it'll stop it toppling over anyway. Right, okay, I'm going to do that. And I can level it by eye. It doesn't need to be exactly level, does it? It doesn't matter if stuff rolls off it. It's plant pots and potting and things like that I think that's going to be used for. But yeah, so far so good. 3 solid legs. Okay, what I'm going to attempt to do is I'm going to put them on a slab. Okay, and then I'm going to just hammer one of these into the ground. All right, maybe up to about there, just so I can attach it to it so I've got something sturdy, right, so that makes that leg sturdy. And I'll do the same to all 3 of them. And then if I need to adjust them in any way, height-wise, I can just unscrew it. I can just unscrew it if I need to, okay? Okay, so that's just my helping hand there. Keep that a little bit stable, a little bit more stable for me on that paving slab, just because it makes it a little bit more level in theory. Okay, I just need to move this top here and see where I need to place the other leg at the other side. Okay, so I'm just going to sort of put it on here and then see where I need to go over there. Right, so how I'm going to do the placement of it is I've brought the top of the table down and I'm just going to put it basically where it would be if it were on top. Okay, so now that I know that this is going to go there, let me get you so I can show you. I've put that there, so I know that that tabletop is going to sit on there, on the top here. And so I know now that this slab needs to be further over here. And I'll do that. I shall move that. I can't do it while I'm holding the camera. And then also that one needs slightly moving over just a little bit to house that middle leg as well. So I'm just going to move that one over there, move that one here, so I can get the legs in place and put the stakes in to hold the legs safe and secure so that I can work on it. So you see that slab is now in the middle of there, and that slab is now at the end of there, and I know I can put a peg down there, peg it in, and it's going to be in the right place to put the top on top of here. Okay, my helping hands are in. That is to say, each leg is staked down. So hopefully it's in the right place. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lift this up onto the top. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then maybe strengthen it again by putting another long board across the front bit there, just to stop it splaying. I don't know. We'll see how it feels. Obviously, I've never made anything like this before. I'm just cobbling it together out of the bits of wood that were given to me and a couple of bits of wood that I had lying around in the backyard at home. So, yeah, so far, so good. But famous last words, isn't it? So we'll see. Right, hopefully I can lift this up and not injure myself or do something really, really stupid. Okay, hopefully. You know what, so far so good. A little bit wobbly as you would expect because it's not finished, but yeah, so far so good. I'm going to screw that down on there and then I'm going to get a piece of wood and screw it along the front there. But yeah, what do you think so far? Let's have a look. Let's do one of my little walk bys. Right, okay, it's not finished but it doesn't matter. Right, let's have a little walk by. Right, oh, let's just have a look at the plant. Slug pellets I've put on there just in case. Okay, let's have a walk by. Have a look at that again. Nice purple flower. The flowers are growing lovely on there. So, oh, look at that amazing bench there. Slightly wonky, but it doesn't matter, does it? That looks amazing. Wow. When it's finished, that will be superb. Okay, that just needs some sort of strengthening pieces now to stop it wobbling quite so much. Definitely I'm going to put one on the front there just to disguise all those bits of wood there. Right, hopefully this is a long piece of wood that will fit. We'll have it that way, might as well have it the flat side out. Yep, that's going to fit nicely on there. It's got a screw sticking out, so I do need to hammer that in. Right, I'm going to hammer that in. Or should we have it out that way so I don't have to bother? You know what? Yeah, we'll have it out that way, then don't have to bother hammering that screw in. And that will go in there nicely. Right, let's drill some holes so that we can get this up. Just because, you know, wood moves in the heat and the wet. So if we can prevent it from bowing and moving about too much, then that's good, isn't it? Right. I'm going to say so far so good. Right, there are the two last ones that are cut. Okay, we'll see if we can get those on there. Just sort of finish the ends off a little bit. Okay, the ends are on now. Every time we just add something, it just makes it that little bit stronger, doesn't it? It just makes it less likely to fall over. Okay, it's feeling quite sturdy, but I think it still needs a little bit more doing to it yet. But for now, I think it's a good place to finish. We have done quite a bit. We've done some planting. I can't even remember what we did at the start of the video because it was done days ago, about 5 days ago. But we've done planting. We've made a start on the potting bench. It's going to be amazing. There's loads more to add to that yet. And I've got to paint it. And I've got to paint the beds. But all our seeds are planted, right? And what I'll do with the seeds that were left over, I'll put them in a plant pot because you know what we'll do? We will fill in the gaps of the seeds that don't grow. Okay, so I'd like to say thank you so much for watching. If you haven't pressed like, please do so. And if you haven't subscribed, why on earth not? Because it's totally free and it makes me feel really happy when I see the subscriber count go up. And yeah, thank you for your comments, thank you for your advice, and thank you so much for your Ko-fis. You've bought the struts, you buy screws, you buy the little bits and pieces that you see me using. I buy them with your donations. Thank you ever so much. And thank you yet again to my one Ko-fi member, Linda. Thank you so much. Right, I shall see you next week. Bye.